Booker and Paul George. Without Chris Paul and Kawhi Leonard, how much more do they have to do? How much will each team miss them? How long will each be out? So many questions as we begin this very interesting conference final. And the chance of beat LA started when the Clippers came out for their opening warm-ups. Paul George gets inside on the finish.
He's more active, more athletic, more nimble. A second shot and then a tip out already.
Paul George drills the jumper. His performance in Game 6 on Friday night, just tremendous. Again, a quick turnaround. Ayton gets it inside, and DeAndre Ayton, a couple of buckets. Marcus Morris wanted an offensive foul.
It was fascinating to watch because he did it from close to the rim as Booker gets a nice roll. Terrence Mann got layups, and he got corner threes. The Clippers come with a late double team on Booker. Good cut by Bridges into the heart of the defense, but he was indecisive on his shot.
Morris gets inside, goes back door. Put a big body on Booker. Morris has picked him up now. George. Booker finds an open space, knocks down the three. Four on the 24. Paul George from long distance.
Oh, he's a big-time talent. I mean, that's not breaking news, but he is so skilled at handling the basketball and making plays.
Bad pass stolen by Beverly. Beverly goes right to the rim and finishes. Patrick Beverly, an excellent defensive play and an easy transition bucket. But teams become different when they lose their main star player, and sometimes that's difficult for an opponent, isn't it?
Well, Cameron Johnson made that three.
Only played 15 minutes so far in this postseason. Gets an early call here to start the second. Hands it off to Rondo. Right back to Cousins. Cousins for the slam and the foul.
Got split, which led to the wide open three.
Cousins calling for it. Likes his matchup against Saric. Back up top. Luke Kennard knocks down a three. Kennard has shot the three ball well all playoffs. Saric dribbled it off his foot. Sloppy possession, but in for the layup as Craig right off the bench with 5 points. Kennard, little ball fake. Cousins is going to try a three. DeMarcus Cousins off the bench, 11 points in 5 minutes. And the Suns need a timeout as the Clippers go up by 2. 8 on the 24. Rondo thought about a three. Kennard fires a three and knocks it down. 10 straight points now by the Clippers, and they lead by 4. Cameron Payne, nice feed to Ayton. As Booker comes the other way. Booker on the pull-up, got it. Ayton goes down the other end, lays it up and in. Double figures for DeAndre Ayton, and the Suns go up by 5. Morris to Jackson. Jackson again on the drive. Reverse, banks it home. 9 points now for Reggie Jackson. Booker. 2 bodies around him. Gets the shot off and knocks it down. Batum and George play catch. George sets and fires. Paul George from downtown. 17 first-half points for Paul George.
Guy out of the league, and now a legitimate guy that can impact the basketball game.
Batum across the lane. Hangs in the air and rattles it home. Tough shot.
Did you say the French Connection?
Yeah.
We've been sitting on that one.
Oh, Ayton throws it down. Another fine pass. That's the 15th assist of the Phoenix Suns.
Played so unselfishly, just playing off the greatness of other people.
Booker to Ayton. Another gorgeous dish by the Phoenix Suns. They're back up by 2. Booker. Devin Booker surrounded. 3 on the 24. Extra pass, Bridges for 3.
Clippers falling back into their 2-1-2 or 2-3 zone.
Booker finds some space, and Devin Booker drills the jumper. He's got 13.
put a tattoo of it on his body, and he is marching towards those orders.
George trying to draw some contact. Tough shot, knocks it down. And Paul George has 19. Phoenix is shooting 63% for the game. Paul George starting to feel it. Nails another three. That's his fourth three-pointer. And it's back to a three-point Phoenix lead. Zubac sets the screen. George wide open, drills another three. 25 points for Paul George, and we're tied again. Terrence Mann pestering Devin Booker. Booker falling away. One-handed throws it up and in. Booker, again, finding that space, mid-range, elbow jumper. It's good. 19 for Booker to go along with 6 assists, 7 rebounds, and it's a 4-point game. Jackson, not a smart pass that time. Booker for three. It's good. Devin Booker from downtown. It's a 1-point game. Paul George with an answer. As we approach 2 minutes left here in the third. Moore. Torrey Craig.
2 minutes remaining in the period. 2 minutes.
Foul line jumper. Devin Booker and the foul. Right now, Booker is unguardable. Booker pulls up, puts it in.
I keep him in the high screen and roll with Aiden involved and Booker coming off making the play.
Booker falling away. Got it again. It's a Booker bonanza. Booker, who had 16 consecutive points for his team. George, step back, three-pointer. Oh, Paul George does it again, and we're tied at 93. 8 rebounds for Booker. He's done it all for the Suns, as he's done all season, and especially here in the playoffs. Three-pointer. It's good. Devin Booker on fire. He's got 32. Mid-range again from Devin Booker. Booker, step back three. Cam Johnson, the rebound, throws it down. He's got 36 tonight in his first conference final. Rondo, a three-pointer. Rajon Rondo with a huge three right now for the Clippers.
And if I'm Aiden right now, I'm setting screens and diving to the rim. All small guys for the Clippers. He's got to punish.
Booker the drive. Back to Aiden for the slam. Timeout Clippers. The lead is back to 8. Booker doubled. Bridges fakes the pass. Bridges drives and slams. Mikal Bridges with the thunder dunk. Rondo hands it off to Jackson. Jackson sees an opening. Throws it away. Here comes Bridges. Bridges to Booker. Back to Bridges. Booker playing the point here in crunch time. Drives. Kicks it out in corner. Bridges for three. Bang! Rondo off the bounce. Scoop layup is good from Rajon Rondo. And it's an 8-point game with 1:46 remaining. Rondo goes up top. Terrence Mann tries the three. Good! Terrence Mann makes it a 2-point game. They were down by 10 with under 2 minutes to go in this game.
And the Clippers aggressive.
Booker has a layup and he throws it down. Back to 4 with 20 seconds remaining. Blocked by Bridges. Picked up by Mann. Mann up top to Rondo. Right side Batum for three. Short. Rebound Booker. He'll hold on. And is fouled. Booker with a chance to put on the finishing touches of a brilliant performance in his first conference final game. .40 points. That's it. The Suns take a 1-0 lead in the Western Conference Finals. So the Clippers going big with Zubac at center.
Caught it high, kept it high, finished with his left hand.
Inside to Ayton, gathers and banks it home, and they get on the board. It took them 3 minutes, but Ayton gives them their first bucket. He has been a terrific rebounder since he entered the NBA. That's continued here in his first playoffs. Cameron Payne! Sweet move from Payne. DeAndre Ayton drives and finishes. As Booker drives, Beverly again right with him. Cameron Payne tries the three. It's good. It's on the 24. Jackson a little dancing. Now drives baseline. Pulls up, just gets it off in time. In and out and in again. Reggie Jackson with his second field goal. Terrence Mann, who just checked in. So Beverly got the start, but Mann quickly in the game. Mann finding some room, falling away. Jumper's good. Each one more pushes. Jay Crowder throws it up for Ayton. Oh, what a connection there. And the foul. Booker drives on Jackson. Pull-up shot won't go. Rebound Ayton and the putback. Suns, by the way, only 3 of their 16 field goal attempts are from 3. Paul George this time gets down low and banks it home. It was a low-scoring first quarter in Game 1. We've got the same thing so far here in Game 2. Ayton wide open. George stops. This time connects.
That's tremendous footwork.
That you know what you can count them to do every single game. That's why this is a winning situation.
Booker connects. His first field goal. Rondo playing kind of a free safety, trying to help out. Here comes Cameron Payne, racing up the floor. Stops, puts up the shot, banks it home. Boy, that was quick.
Game 1 where DeMarcus Cousins had a lot of success going against a smaller Dario Saric.
Cameron Payne using the glass beautifully once again. He is playing with so much confidence. So Cousins comes out, Paul George back in with Mann, Batum, Rondo, and Kennard. Booker's back in. Booker knocks down the 3. Charge battling Terrence Mann, gets inside. Drop step, gathers, layup, banks it home. Dario Saric with 7 points, couple of assists, and 6 minutes off the bench. A huge impact as Paul George gets inside, and with just about 4.5 to play. Payne, the floater's up, rolls around and drops through.
And he's got the skill. He's got the game.
Cameron Payne for 3. Puts it in. Cameron Payne red hot. He's got 16 points here in the first half. There's nobody upset with him right now in Suns land. Jackson swings it to Beverly. Beverly gets a good look for 3. Patrick Beverly from downtown. Rondo guarding Booker. Rondo, a former All-NBA defensive player. Booker finds his spot from the elbow. 9 points now for Booker. Leads back up to 3. Booker pulls up. Line drive. Knocks it down. Paul George with his 3rd assist. He's led the team in rebounding and assists throughout these playoffs. Second behind Kawhi Leonard in scoring. Cameron Payne, scoop layup with the right hand. Payne searching. Up and under, scoop layup again. It drops in. Cameron Payne, some razzle-dazzle.
Remember the conversation at the practice facility early in the morning. Russell Westbrook was already there, and he asked him, how bad do you want to play? And he told him, beat him to the gym, as in Russell Westbrook. That's how it sticks.
Back at Cassidy. Nice follow by Bridges. Another turnover by the Clippers. Payne to Crowder. Crowder to Ayton. Gathers up. It's good. Cameron Payne again. Nice feed. Ayton on the finish. Booker trying to get inside. Booker throws it up for Ayton and the slam. What a beautiful setup from Devin Booker. Payne keeps his dribble alive. Back to Ayton. Jump shot. Got it. Rondo back in for Beverly. George on the drive, gets inside. Layup is good. Paul George now with 14. Ayton looking to seal Paul George. He wanted it. Cam Johnson. Jumper's good. Cam Johnson with 8 points off the bench. He's 4 for 4. Kennard. Moore is on George. A little fake. Drops it. Paul George now with 16. Shot clock at 8. Payne on the drive. Off the glass. It's good. Cameron Payne is balling tonight. That's the most points he's ever scored in an NBA game, regular season or playoffs. Oh, Rondo threads the needle, and Kennard puts it in. Suns had that in the third quarter. Kennard gets inside. Nice feed inside to Zubac. And Luke Kennard with some big plays here in the fourth quarter for the Clippers. He's got the height advantage down low. Jackson over Saric. It's good. Reggie Jackson, another three-pointer. And it's a 4-point game. 19 points for Jackson. Cameron Payne, scoop, once again off the glass. Looking at it, I'm not a doctor, but I think his nose is broken. Cam Johnson, that's a three! Cam Johnson from way downtown. Booker now defending George. It's right up into him. George drives, kicks it out. Beverly fakes, fires. Patrick Beverly with a three-pointer.
Screen and roll. Bridges coming off the down screen of Bay.
Just his second field goal. George looks to answer. That's good. Paul George drills his first three-pointer of the night. He was Payne looking. Payne still the game's leading scorer with 27. Pulls back. Shot clock at 6. Gets inside. Scampers. Feeds back to Ayton. Ayton turns. Jump hook. Got it. 2 points, 14 rebounds. 14 on the shot clock. George. Zubac. Dribbles. His little jump hook is good. It's a 3-point game with a minute and 40 to play. Cameron Payne looking off the glass. He banks it home. Bridges guarding Jackson. Kennard, he's got a hot hand. Does it again. Kennard with 10 points here in the fourth quarter.
These coaches calling plays for Mikal Bridges.
Shot clock at 6. Payne gets inside. Layup blocked by Zubac. George comes the other way. Here comes Paul George. Gets inside. Layup. He banks it home. And the Clippers take the lead. Timeout Phoenix. For the LA Clippers, they trail by as many as 7 here in the fourth.
I'm giving the ball to Devin Booker and getting out of his way.
Booker pulls up. Jumper. It's good. Devin Booker drills it. And the Suns back up by 1. Timeout Clippers.
And they took Ayton off the floor to downsize along with the Clippers. There'll be no shot blocking at the rim.
George, jumper. Got it. Paul George drills another. Not to call it. Beverly on Booker. Booker knocked out of bounds. And it's one time.
Game clock will be reset to 9.3 and be the Clippers ball.
It's Clippers ball. Mark, you were right. Phoenix with a chance to get it back and advance it. They throw it in the backcourt to George. And Bridges fouls Paul George, who just hit 2 big free throws, but he has missed 3 tonight. Huge free throws here for Paul George. Missed another, and they call timeout. Booker looking to get free. Into the hands of Booker. Booker against Beverly. Finds Crowder. Bridges for 3. Won't go. Ball knocked out. And it's still Suns ball with 0.8 of a second remaining. Crowder looking, throws it alley. Oh! Ayton puts it down! He puts it down! Batum lobs it up. Pass George has it. George fires away. No good. It's over. Suns win game 2. Terrence Mann back in the starting lineup. Marcus Morris not starting. Now, Morris has been dealing with some real sore knees. Don't know if that's the reason or just another change from Tyronn Lue, who's been changing lineups throughout these playoffs.
He's going to have the ability to knock down that mid-range jump shot in the pick-and-roll action moving forward.
George gets inside, kicks it out to Terrence Mann. Beverly's going to try another 3. That's good.
Have changed their game, given themselves totally to the team, and John Collins and the Atlanta Hawks have benefited from it.
Crowder Crowder with a three. Falling down. Beverly came out to contest. Crowder thought there was contact. Reggie Jackson from deep as the shot clock expires. Crowder, back-to-back threes. Crowder didn't have a field goal in the entire game, too.
Just look at the havoc that Beverly, put in fall. Rebounding, defending, knocking down shots.
Paul George knocks down the shot. He wanted his teammate Chris Paul to be back. Payne had 29 points in game 2. George turns, shoots, and scores. An early 6-point lead for the Clippers. Booker to Ayton. Ayton lays it in and got hit, and a chance for a 3-point play. Beverly another three. Rolls in and out. That one halfway down as Paul comes the other way, looking to push. Nice feet ahead. Ayton with the flush. Terrence Mann guarding Chris Paul. Now Booker. Booker kicks it out. Cam Johnson wide open. That's good. Booker looking. Try to throw it inside. Ayton able to grab it. The follow is good.
I don't know what that was.
That was a mistake.
Cameron Payne comes into the game and right away scores. Not play, sprained right knee. He's here cheering on his teammates tonight. Ayton gets it inside. Flips it up and in. DeAndre Ayton already 5 of 6 from the field. Another double-figure first quarter. Payne on the drive. High off the glass. Too strong. Paul George the rebound. Terrence Mann slips by and lays it up and in. Morris trying to post up Cameron Payne. Gets the ball. Finds Batum. Batum lays it up and in. Charge mistimed his jump and still got the offensive board. Paul, plenty of time. 3-pointer won't go. Tip is good from Bridges. There's Rondo. Rondo's played a lot of minutes first couple of games. Ball deflected. Here comes Chris Paul. Booker. Quick fire. That's good. His first field goal after starting 0 for 6.
Now, they're 6 games away from winning a championship.
Cam Johnson, nice fake, flips it up and in. Rondo on the drive, gets inside, pass to Batum, deflected and stolen. Here comes Craig. Craig to Johnson, Cam Johnson, sidestep back to Craig, layup off the glass is good. That's a nice looking fast break. Only had 7 turnovers in game 1 and just 9 turnovers in game 2, the Clippers. And that's without a guy that normally is key for that. Oh, Cam Johnson up and under, beautiful move. And the Suns have tied the game. Those are the kind of plays these Suns have made all season long. Bridges drives, turns, shot. It's good. The shooting numbers have plummeted since the opening minutes. Both teams under 40% from the field. Chris Paul pulls up and nails it.
Clippers only shoot 33% and 3 for 16 from 3.
And they're still with the lead as Paul George gets that one to fall. 3 minutes remaining. Second period. Zubac on the slam. George drives into traffic. Pulls up. Shot's good. And the Clippers regain the lead. Back-to-back buckets for Paul George.
At home.
Bridges fakes. Shot clock at 3. Bridges back out to Paul. Paul from the elbow. Got it. Paul makes his move, gets in the paint, flips it up. Zubac with the block. Ayton back to Paul. Kicks it out in the corner. Bridges. That's a 3. Here in this second quarter. Booker. Foul line jumper. Line drive is good. Phoenix has a foul to give. George drives, goes inside for the slam with 2.9 remaining. 11 points, 12 rebounds for Zubac. Terrence Mann falling away, gets in the paint, knocks it down. Mikal Bridges back out 8. DeAndre Ayton to go with how he started in this series. In the first 2 games, 22 of 29. Well, that shot's good from Paul George. Boy, the Clippers love to see him get hot.
He would not return tonight, so he is out for the rest of the game with that ankle injury. Other than adjusting for that, Monty Williams told his players they got to keep Zubac off the offensive glass, cut down on their fouls.
Ayton misses. That's a big loss. Campaign, obviously, without Chris Paul was sensational as Terrence Mann goes the distance high off the glass. George the rebound. They took that Booker basket away, and Zubac goes down, lost the handle. Man right there to lay it up and in. That's 6 turnovers now for Phoenix. Jackson, the runner along the baseline, is good. Flex it up and in. 11 points for Reggie Jackson. Paul now gets up on Reggie Jackson. 7 on the 24. Crossover drive, up and under. Got it! Reggie Jackson with a gorgeous move. 4 to shoot for Paul. Tries a three-pointer. That's good.
High level defending and elite offensive weapon.
He did it in game 2 as well. Paul George drives inside, up and under, banks it home. Cam Johnson comes in for Phoenix.
I tried to. It was like one of your patented back downs where you were met at the wall.
Zubac, oh, with authority. His watch right now, 4 fouls.
And without Payne, will he be the backup point guard to Paul?
Paul George nails the three-pointer.
Terrence Mann becomes the primary defender on Booker.
Booker the drive, left-handed. Nice play from Booker, just his 3rd field goal. He's 3 for 13. It's back to 8. Batum, Marcus Morris lines that one up and answers with his own 3. Cam Johnson, three-pointer. George had it, lost it. Ball loose, Johnson to Booker. Layup is good. Paul George gets it off in time. Oh, he banks it in. It's good. Paul George at the buzzer. That's a thin front court without those 2. They have somehow managed as Kennard steps back and hits a 3. Great shooting from Kennard. And the foul. 25 points, 13 rebounds, 5 assists. An 18-point advantage for the Clippers. DeAndre Ayton. Oh, nice speed from Paul. Crowder the rebound. Chris Paul steps up. Three-pointer is good. Picks it back out, Cam Johnson. Now Booker makes his move. Gets inside, left-handed. Shot won't go. Ayton with the left-handed tip. Back up top. And Zubac on it. Fakes now, drives past him inside. Layup is good.
Clippers are going to have to go back to Terrence Mann.
Patrick Beverly knocks it away. Here comes Reggie Jackson inside. Layup is good. Zubac's calling for it. He's got Booker on him. Jackson, a three-pointer. It's good. Reggie Jackson from downtown. And the lead back up to 11. Booker on George. Picks it back out. Jackson, three-pointer. Puts it in. Reggie Jackson, a rainbow. And the lead back up to 13.
What a performance by the Clippers on both sides of the floor.
Ayton. Beautiful maneuver around Zubac.
They set the tone and imposed their will against this Phoenix Suns team.
Especially in that 3rd quarter mark, they came out differently. And Jackson flips it up and in. Paul turns it over. Terrence Mann. Beverly for 3. Bang! And here in game 3. A little redemption for George. 106-92 the final for this team, Mark.
Absolutely. Gives them scoring in the pick and roll, also in isolations and post-up.
Instead of resting on one of their forwards.
Morris inside with Zubac. Well, he's the Zubac who was just terrific in game 3, one of the real stars. Reggie Jackson, who has just been terrific, misses the banker. Ball deflected, picked up by Paul. Suns look to run. Beats Booker. Last second, Booker's layup bounces around and drops through. Beverly chasing Booker. Contested shot, and Booker gets it to go.
And that was the play Mark highlighted in the open. That time he got the mid-range jumper.
This is the largest lead of the series by either team so far through the first 3+ games as George knocks it down. Beverly back to Zubac. Good 2-man game, and Zubac flips it up and in for his 2nd field goal. Ayton to Booker. Booker shoots over Zubac. High arcing shot. And Booker already with 6 points. Ayton having a long conversation before that inbounds. Here's Payne. Payne was brilliant in game 2. Pulls up, quick jumper, rattles around and drops in. Booker the drive, left hand won't go. Ayton the offensive rebound, back up and in.
Gets the ball running, rebounding, and rolling. The 3 R's.
Batum for 3. That's good. On the way down. George to drive, kicks it out. Batum. Terrence Mann, plenty of time. Nails the 3.
And it's going to be hard for them to get over the hump and win a series where he's not efficient.
Booker left-handed, flips it up and in. 9 first-quarter points for Booker. Nader must be talk about your adrenaline flowing. Haven't played in 3 months. Jackson steps back, shot is good. Reggie Jackson, his second field goal. Aim for Saric. Saric given plenty of room from Zubac. He can hit that shot and he nails it.
But Mike, if you went through the 19, you would say all 19 are good.
Yeah, great looks as Ayton gets a gorgeous feed from Chris Paul.
And the Suns are an excellent defensive team.
Leans in, shot is good. Line drive from Booker. He's in double figures. 10 straight points now by Phoenix. They're up 15. LA 26% from the field. They have not scored now in 6 minutes. George struggling with his dribble. Fires away and knocks that. That figures that's the one that goes in.
This is a very physical, intense Phoenix team right now.
6 minutes and 8 seconds without a point. Cameron Payne, long distance, nails the 3.
Between all of our veterans, and they can hit, push, shove, and he went through there and he got knocked around, and I felt bad for him as they hits that turnaround.
Zubac defending him, wanted the basketball back.
And I wonder if in the second half, Rondo, who has not played here in the first half, gets a look to try to give them some more energy as a pseudo point guard.
And we see that zone again on this possession.
Paul shoots over Zubac. Knocks down his second field goal. Ball looking. Ayton couldn't handle it. I think George got a piece of the pass to deflect it. Terrence Mann throws it ahead to Beverly. Beverly fakes. Now Beverly drives. Kicks it back out Jackson. Jackson wide open for 3. That's good. Paul looking. Finds Bridges. Bridges beautiful move on a gorgeous feed from Chris Paul.
Did you ever play with a mask?
No. I never went in the paint.
Zubac goes in the paint and slams that one down. Reggie Jackson just 3 for 11. Paul George just 3 for 12. Drives inside, reverse layup, banks it home. Leonard missing his 6th consecutive game with that sprained knee. Chris Paul lost it momentarily, gets it back, knocks down the jumper. Again, Booker, as Jeff mentioned, with those 3 fouls. Beverly in the corner. Beverly on the drive, gets inside, banks it home. First field goal, first points for Patrick Beverly. And before he put the mask after he got bloodied, he looked like Robert De Niro in Raging Bull. Chris Paul, jump shot, got it.
That's the shot that's there all night long for Chris Paul.
So again, they get the mismatch. Morris looking to post up Booker. Booker does a good job not going for it. Morris does a better job knocking down the baseline jumper. Paul scoots inside between the legs, backing away, knocks it down. Oh, sweet move from Chris Paul.
Tonight, love their hot dogs there.
The game will still be going on. Inside pass to Terrence Mann and the foul.
And this was the unit in the third quarter the other night that played well.
George inside, Zubac gathers and finishes. 10 points, 10 boards for Zubac. The lead is cut to 8. That's his first shot without the mask. George looking to draw a foul, drills it. And this building has come alive. The lead is cut to 6. Kawhi Leonard going crazy.
Tremendous job by him, recognizing they're trying to guard him small.
Jackson with a one-hander. Jackson launches a 3. That's good! Reggie Jackson from downtown. Timeout Phoenix. It's a 5-point game. Under 3 to play. And what has been a big third quarter for the Clippers. Booker pulls up, jumper, got it. Zubac's trying to set a screen on Bridges. Ayton picks him up. Jackson creates some space and knocks it down. The first half did a good job defensively. He's out there again.
And they switched to trapping Jackson right there.
Terrence Mann gets to the rack and banks it home. It's a 1-point game. Because of all his adjustments, they made some adjustments at halftime, and boy, did it pay off in the third. We start the fourth. Booker drives. Beautiful finish from Devin Booker. Booker guarding George. Paul George now at 18 points. Back to 3. Chris Paul on the drive. Paul throws it up for Ayton. He throws it down. Beautifully executed. And the Suns back up by 3.
Then the last 2 possessions, though.
Chris Paul back to Booker. Booker pulls up, puts it in. Devin Booker, big shot there.
Afraid to continue to keep his foot on the gas pedal.
Reggie Jackson, a contested shot, answers back. Another 20-point game for Jackson. Chris Paul on the drive. Paul picks up his dribble, gets it right back, 5 to shoot. Paul makes his drive, gets to the rim, banks it home. And a 3-point lead for Phoenix. Craig seeing his first minutes of the night defensively here for Phoenix. George throws it inside. Man lays it up and in. And Bridges, there's the foul with 13.2 remaining. And George this time nails them both. Crowder looking. Saric has it. Lost it momentarily. Picked up by Payne. Dribbles out of trouble. And he's Zach Zarba makes the call, ball deflected. Crowder looks to inbound. Finds Chris Paul. And Chris Paul fouled immediately with 7 seconds remaining. 2 clutch free throws there from Chris Paul. Jackson coming off the screen. Gets to George. George, corner. And a whistle before the shot attempt.
On the offensive rebound, since they're sending Saric and Ayton.
Again, both teams out of timeouts. George off the back of the backboard. And a loose ball foul is going to be called against Saric. Cousins 4 for 5 from the line in the series. Knocks that one down.
You have to get this rebound.
And that's a violation. Cousins probably didn't know the rule. It has to hit the rim. Crowder looking, finds Chris Paul. And Paul struggles with it. And a whistle and a foul. Knocked down a couple of key free throws. Make it 36 in a row by knocking this one down. Missed the free throw. George has it and immediately fouled by Torrey Craig. Needs to hit the first. And then all they would need was a 2-pointer if they got the offensive rebound on the second miss. That time perfect. Hits the rim, ball tipped, knocked loose. Paul has it, and a whistle and a foul. That makes it a 3-point game. That'll do it. The Phoenix Suns win game 4. What a performance from the Suns on the road. 2 crushing losses in this Western Conference final. What do they have left? We're going to find out tonight.
With this smaller lineup, but offensively they should be better.
Terrence Mann gets inside, rolls around and drops in. Paul George drives on Ayton, gets inside, knocked away by Booker. Paul struggles a bit with his dribble, now finds Booker. Booker for 3. Patrick Beverly steals the ball. Beverly to Jackson. Jackson goes hard and throws it down. Reggie Jackson. In some of his best games on the road. Morris posting up Booker. Got it again. Morris has had a quiet series scoring-wise. He's been bothered by that sore knee. But off to a great start. He nails another. He's 3 for 3. 5 on the shot clock. Chris Paul pulls up, jump shot. That's good. He's already in double figures. That's his high in the series. We still have 5.5 to play in the first. Crowder cuts to the basket. Chris Paul already 4 assists. Terrence Mann. Morris left open. Morris continues to torch the Suns right now. Devin Booker launches a three-pointer. That's good. Devin Booker has struggled from 3 in the series since game 1.
And what it does, though, it has a calming effect for the players also. He doesn't get rattled, so I'm not going to get rattled.
Cousins in and throws it down. Nice setup from Reggie Jackson. Suns look to push. Booker drives on Terrence Mann. Pull-up bank shot is good.
But if you're the Clippers, you got to live with the Saric 3.
Cousins inside, lays it up on a nice feed from Morris. Morris wanting it. Jackson drives, hits to the rim, high off the glass, banks it in. At the buzzer, they'll check it, but he got it off in time.
Thank you so
Yes,
much,
ma'am.
I appreciate it. Back to you, Mike.
All right, Rachel. Chris Paul drills the jumper after DeMarcus Cousins in the open floor makes that steal. Great trust in his ability to shoot, and he says he's a terrific defender as well. Cousins, once again, DeMarcus Cousins, 10 points already.
Let's not bury the lead. That was a great play by Patrick Beverly.
And Cameron Payne with the floater. Chris Paul pulling away, count it, and the foul. Cam Johnson. Abdul Nader throws it up. Ayton able to catch it. Bank shot, missed it. The tip is good. On the bench right now. George off the dribble, drives, gets inside. Nice left-handed flip off the glass. Paul George at Bridges. Knocks it down. George now with 9 points. The lead for the Clippers back up to 6. Just 3 of 13 from 3. But they're not just settling for threes. Booker for 3. Got it! Jackson, little razzle-dazzle. Drives on Johnson. Off the glass, banks it home. Terrific move from Reggie Jackson.
Mike, can you imagine Jeff staying at your house for 7 weeks, though?
I think it'd be quite pleasant. Paul George gets inside and banks it home. Marcus Morris drills another 3. 18 points from Morris. They finally knocked down a three-pointer.
You don't want to allow Booker to catch it on the run.
DeAndre Ayton back to Booker. Booker fakes, fires, three-pointer. Bang!
Everybody's been yelling at Courtney Kirkland.
Chris Paul gets inside. Scoop layup. Shot is good. Gets the bounce. Chris Paul in double figures. 11 points, 5 assists.
You did to start the game. I think right now the answer is no.
George squeezes inside. Gets it off the glass. That's a gorgeous move from Booker drives inside. Morris takes a swat at it. Booker knocks it down. Crowder on the drive. Gets inside. Ayton off his hands. Back to Crowder. Start the game. Chris Paul dashes inside. Foul line jumper. Got it. First lead of the game for the Phoenix Suns. Count it and the foul. Paul George makes his move behind the back. Pulls up jumper. It's good. Paul George now at 18. Beverly on the drive. Goes inside. Layup is good. Sweet move from Patrick Beverly. So on the flagrant, you get the free throws plus possession. So it's a very important call. Throws it up. Ayton. Oh, beautiful move from Ayton. George to Batum. Morris puts it on the floor. Across the lane. Morris pull-up jumper. Got it. 22 points for Marcus Morris.
In the first 4 games,
George on the pull-up. Nails a 3. Paul George answers. And it's back up to 9. Those shooters in the game. 93% in the series. George connects again. Paul George from downtown.
And there's people probably saying you should have shut up in the first half. No, this is the Paul George that we wanted to see. He's too great of a player to just be a regular guy out on the floor.
Cam Johnson. Oh, what a smooth stroke this young man has. He thought he was fouled as Booker in the front court. Cam Johnson drives inside. Layup is good.
They have such size on the floor. Torrey Craig, who didn't play last game, playing tonight as great fight by Morris and Kennard to secure that ball.
Cousins threw it behind Batum and he throws it down. Clippers up by 8, final minute, third quarter. George three-pointer, puts it in. Paul George exploding here in the third period. Jackson, cross-court Batum. Batum fakes, Batum drives. Pass inside to Cousins. Cousins counted and the foul. A chance for a three-point play on a gorgeous feed from Batum. What a boost for the Clippers.
How many times Ty Lue has pushed the right button?
Booker, beautiful drive. Nobody gets in front of him.
They got to keep putting Cousins in these pick and rolls.
Cousins guarding Booker. Booker nails it. Three-pointer for Devin Booker.
But in the previous game, it was Zubac. They lived with the big defending the smaller guy.
Booker pulls up, jumper, it's good! Morris picks up Chris Paul. Paul, crossover, got it! 5-point game. First 2 games he's played is 7 of 14 here tonight. George drives past Craig, goes inside, lays it up and in.
And Torrey Craig's really getting up into him.
Booker guarding George. Lost the handle, picked up by Johnson. Morris in pursuit, layup is good, and the foul! Cam Johnson a chance for a three-point play. Against 8. Back up top to Batum. Reggie Jackson, long three-pointer. In and out and in again. Reggie Jackson, another big shot. George drives, stops, leans in. Bank shot is good. Paul George with 35. We're past the midway point here in the fourth. Clippers still now back up by 9. Booker kicks it out in the corner to Craig. Craig drives, gets inside. Layup is good as he goes crashing to the floor. Beverly back into the hands of George. Jackson long 3. Puts it in. Cam Johnson throws it up to 8. Poked away by George. Here comes Jackson. Gets past Booker. Jackson throws it down. Reggie Jackson with authority and a timeout call by Phoenix. Brings it back out. George over Bridges. Another. Paul George, and this is the largest lead of the night. A 16-point advantage. And Paul George has quieted this building here in Phoenix. Chris Paul with a jumper. That's good. Yogi Ferrell, part of the emptying of the bench coming on. Near Coffey, Kennard. Oturu. Ferrell knocks it down, and there is silence here at the Phoenix Suns arena. And the Suns hope to clinch an NBA Finals appearance. Will have to wait. What a performance tonight. An electrifying performance. They've had a bunch of them throughout this playoff run. Now a chance to even the series. Meanwhile for Phoenix, they've had a lot of big road wins during the playoffs.
Refuse and Booker wanted no part of Patrick Beverly to start the game.
Like the old days, Beverly, nice little footwork spin and a floater for Patrick Beverly, who's had an enormous impact in this series. He gets them started offensively tonight. Jay Crowder hits a 3. And Morris, who hit his first 6 shots on Monday night game 5, has missed a couple. Booker drives, gets in, and lays it in off the glass. But you just don't know from one game to the next in a playoff series as Beverly drives, lays it up and in. Beverly has their first 2 buckets. Chris Paul, well defended again by Beverly. He has just been spectacular defensively. George the drive and the finish. Ayton. Posting up Marcus Morris. Little jump hook, and DeAndre Ayton knocks it down. Monty Williams wants to get him more touches, Mark.
And already in this ball game, he's getting his share of touches. They're trying to get him quality looks. And quality looks, how about Patrick Beverly?
In the first 4 minutes, has 7 of their 9 points. Booker, three-pointer the other way. Now it's Jackson on it. Paul has to hoist up the three-pointer. Rattles it in. Chris Paul once again from downtown. Chris Paul, stutter dribble, crossover, throws it in. DeAndre Ayton posting up and gets good position down low.
Trust him to make moves. They're making plays for him.
Reggie Jackson knocks down a three. Nobody's hit more threes in these playoffs than Jackson.
His intelligence for playing a team game really helps you at both ends.
First lead of the game for the Clippers is short-lived as Devin Booker steps back. Kennard steps back. Ball tipped and taken by Booker. Booker pulls up from the elbow. Devin Booker drills it in an 8-point lead for Phoenix. They're shooting 60% from the field. Again, it's been a struggle the last several games offensively. Cousins, that's a three. Payne to Booker. Booker throws it in. Ayton, looked like it tipped off his fingertips, but somehow guided it in. Morris comes off a screen, can't get it to him. Out to Cousins. Cousins steps back, fires a three. Oh, he banks it in! DeMarcus Cousins at the buzzer, falling away. Cousins against Sharge. He has overwhelmed him. Misses that, but Terrence Mann right there on the follow. Cameron Payne fakes, now drives, back out Sharge. His straight on three. That's good. Dario Saric puts Phoenix back up by 5.
And giving him a burst of energy, especially on the offensive end.
No doubt about it. It's only the 7th game in the playoffs he's played as Chris Paul hits that mid-range jumper.
And it's the high pick-and-roll defense that gives Cousins a little problem as we see Saric with another three.
Gets it out, Terrence Mann, good look. That won't go. Batum keeps it alive and a new 14 on the shot clock. This time George inside, banks it home. So throughout the series, that's a role he embraces. Jackson back to Morris. Morris sets his feet, nails a three. Morris, after a slow start, he missed his first 3 shots. He's hit his next 3.
They got a couple mid-range jumpers when the 3 wasn't working for him. Now in rhythm.
Chris Paul in much better rhythm here in Game 6. Morris has Booker on him. Moves cross court to Beverly. Beverly crossover, drives inside, layup is good. Patrick Beverly. Booker drives past and throws it down. Devin Booker.
That's what I'm talking about, meeting force with force. Patrick Beverly want to get into you.
Room was the final cut of the Heat. Went to Greece. Came back, tried to get in the NBA again. Couldn't do it. As Booker counted and the foul and a chance for a 3-point play.
Well, guys, when you see a little extra going on between Pat Bev and CP3, don't forget that when Chris Paul decided it was time to leave the Clippers, Jay Crowder there, by the way.
And it's still a close ball game.
Crowder drills another. Jay Crowder suddenly hot from downtown. His 3rd of the first half. He's got 13 points. Fight for the rebound, Craig and Ayton. Ayton comes away. Back to Booker. Crowder, another open look for 3. It's good. Jay Crowder's come alive. 16 points here in the first half.
And they're affected at times. It's just the way the society is.
No, but why would you go on there if you know it's 90% negative as Paul hits a mid-ranger?
Booker finds Bridges. Bridges to Crowder. Crowder's been hot. That continues. Jay Crowder, his 5th 3-pointer. Ball to Ayton. In a crowd. Ayton lays it up and in. Nice soft touch from the big man. Bridges. Guarded by Jackson. Mikal Bridges drives inside. Layup. Blocking foul. Count it and 1. Falling down. Nearly traveled. Somehow got the shot off. And a chance for a 3-point play.
Let's go for the knockout punch right now, offensively and defensively.
There's 2 other teams that tried to do that here in these playoffs and were unsuccessful as Paul George knocks it in. Bridges to Paul. Paul gets in the paint, floats it up, shot is good. Chris Paul able to knock it down. He's got 14 points. Booker uses the screen beautifully and flushes. Timeout Clippers. Devin Booker
responded in a big way, as did all the Hawks. But as Giannis said, They played with their food last night in the first half.
Paul George on the drive, kicks it out. Batum up top. Morris, three-pointer, puts it in. Marcus Morris makes it a 10-point game. Nader on George. George gets inside, finds Morris, extra pass. Batum, corner three. It's good. 10 straight points by the Clippers. Chris Paul left open. Has plenty of time. Three-pointer. That's good. All from downtown. Nobody was near him. Chris Paul one-on-one with Cousins. Shot clock at 7. Paul, little shake and bake, drives past him. Left-handed layup. It's good. Paul with 4 to shoot. Paul puts up a 3. Puts it in. Chris Paul from downtown. And the lead back to 15. Cousins misses the free throw. That foul on Ayton was his second. 14-point lead. Minute gone by here in the fourth. Paul to the basket. Lays it up and in. Paul gets inside. Looks back. Nobody near him. Hits the jumper. 26 for Paul. And the lead up to 18. 26 points, 6 assists for Chris Paul. There's the screen set by Ayton. Paul, pull-up jumper. Puts it in. Chris Paul does it again.
That play is made because of the pace in which Devin Booker comes off of that screen. You can't catch up and get back into the picture.
Paul George, pull-up jumper. Got it. Paul, step back, three-pointer. Puts it in, and the foul. Chance for a 4-point play. 8 assists, 3 rebounds, couple of steals, and a 21-point lead for his Suns. Paul gets inside, flips it up, and Chris Paul dominating right now. 8 to shoot for Chris Paul.
Devin Booker's at half court talking to the fans.
Paul for 3, puts it in. 118-92. The Suns have blown it open.
And Chris Paul is rolling right now.
Still 5.5 remaining. Paul George, jump shot is good. Lead right now for the Phoenix Suns. Booker finds some room. Goes high for the jumper. Rattles it home. 22 for Booker. Falling away. Paul not that time. Reggie Jackson throws it up. And Terrence Mann lays it up and in. That's never happened before. A team making the finals after missing the playoffs for 10 years or more. Paul putting on the finishing touches. What a performance from Chris Paul. And then they added Chris Paul and Jay Crowder. And this has been a dream season for the Phoenix Suns. And it's not over yet. Both coaches emptying the benches. So much emotion for Chris Paul. He's going to be in the Hall of Fame someday. And now he's going to be able to play for the Phoenix Suns for the first time in 28 years are going back to the NBA Finals.